to order the Development Planning Service Committee for Tuesday, November the 8th. We've already had the invocation and the pledge, and we have a forum this morning. Or you've got the approval of the minutes.
Yes, sir, I'd like to approve as presented.
Have no presentation, nothing for the agenda. Move into the debate agenda. First item, sir.
Prather will present this one.
Yeah.
Ready?
Morning, how y'all doing?
Good, you?
I'm presenting my only agenda item today is for the Fleet Services Concrete Pad Addition. If you're familiar with this area, it's behind our fleet shop in Appling, so this is in between the Sheriff's Administration Building and Fleet Services. Right now, Fleet Services uses this area as kind of a queuing space for bringing vehicles into the shop. Sometimes if there's a larger need for a part that takes a little bit longer than usual, those cars will sit and the queue messes up. You can't do simple repairs easy enough. So this pad back there will clean up that area, allow him to do easy work in the back. It'll allow them to do a lot of the smaller repairs in the back of the shop without having to pull them in. It does also include a retaining wall and oil water separator. So we bid this project out. R.D. Brown was the low bidder. So I'm asking approval of the concrete pad, which is $294,204.94. Staff recommends approval. This is a
construction partner here.
I mean,
This is a
retaining walls are expensive, so that's a chunk of it.
This is a 12-inch pad, 245 feet by 40 feet. So you're talking just in that pad, probably about 40 concrete loads of
This
concrete.
is not a dumpster pad. This is a.
This is a legit. Yep.
And like a
He can
foot
pull
thick,
his-
that'll like last forever, won't
You
it?
got big
pull
trucks
a-
parking on it, so you
Right,
gotta
got the
have.
fire trucks on it.
He can pull an aerial truck back there. He can, he can change oil. He can drop oil. And look what he's looking at. You're looking at the brand new Sheriff's Administration building, so it really cleans up that area.
And how are you gonna pay for this?
This is out of TAVT.
Love those car titles, right?
So this is also this is kind of the first phase of what we're doing at Fleet. We're also doing we're looking at some HVAC upgrades there. So this is kind of a phase 1, phase 2 project.
Move to consent.
Second.
Carries. Next item, please, sir.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, Stephen.
Thank you.
For several years, staff has been working with John Deere's management about the possibility of abandoning John Deere Parkway. There's been lots of hiccups along the way of why it couldn't be done. Most of those issues have been overcome now. John Deere owns a vast majority of the property along John Deere Parkway. They're at a point now where we have a way of moving forward with this process. So staff's been working with management from John Deere. John Deere's hired surveyors. We've got a plat that's attached for you to look at to kind of show you where we're looking at abandoning the road if y'all do decide to do so. We still have a little bit of work to do on that plat. This is a draft plat, but if you do move forward with this resolution to hold a public hearing, we'll definitely have you a correct plat for your consideration. We'll have some traffic counts. We'll bring you a lot more information if you decide that you want to move forward with the public hearing. But this resolution is to authorize staff to hold a public hearing to discuss the potential abandonment of John Deere Parkway. After that public hearing, we will then bring that information to the Public Works, I can't ever say the name right, Public Works Committee, and present you information from that public hearing, and therefore, after that, you will then present that information to the full commission. At that time, the full commission can take a vote on whether or not they would like to abandon this portion of John Deere Parkway. So it's a lot of steps we have to go through. This is just simply authorizing staff to hold a public hearing, and it lays out the steps we will follow after the public hearing is held. Staff is recommending approval of this resolution to have the public hearing.
The other day, they have to pay retail or whatever that appraised value
They
is.
have to cover all costs, so they have to cover the cost of the survey, which they've been doing. We'll have to have the road appraised, and they will have to pay the true appraised value of the property. They've worked with the Development Authority as well on this for 5 years, Robbie, maybe more. We've been talking about this for a long time. It's,
And then after that, it becomes their driveway, their maintenance responsibilities, not ours at all.
that is correct.
No
One of the
warranty,
big hurdles, I'm sorry,
no warranty or anything,
Them.
them.
one of the big hurdles that we had was the opening of Gateway Boulevard. So we needed that connectivity to get all the way back to Wrightsboro Road because that was a major thoroughfare through there. Gateway Boulevard's taking a lot of that traffic off of John Deere Parkway.
But that would be a private road and the public would not be welcome to drive.
It'd be gated.
They've got, from the Wrightsboro Road side, you have the post office, there's I believe a granite shop there. Right-hand side, there's a warehouse that provides a lot of parts to John Deere. You have a road, I forget the name of that road, it goes up to the Bennett Warehouse. It's not a road, it's a private driveway that goes to the Bennett Warehouse.
They own the Bennett warehouse.
They now own the Bennett Warehouse. The road would actually remain public up until that driveway. That's where they'll build their guard shack. So those other entities, the post office, the granite shop, the other warehouse, still have access to that portion of John Deere Parkway. On the Horizon South side, it would go all the way to the Horizon South right-of-way. There's an easement for the Horizon, I think it's Horizon Mart, little strip mall, strip building, has some.
Center,
Strip
yeah.
center, yeah. They would have an easement onto a portion of John Deere Parkway, but again, to be a private road, they have a private easement to gain access to that private road. So we've been working on this hard and thorough. We got a lot more steps ahead of us to make this a final project, but first step is have a public hearing if you choose to do so.
Worth hearing.
Move to consent.
Second.
Motion carries. Thank you, sir. Moving on to development services.
All right,
First
first
items.
item for your consideration is alcohol beverage license for Veersai LLC doing business as Harvard Liquor. Harvard Liquor applicant applied for a beverage license to sell beer, wine, and distilled spirits for off-premise consumption at 110 Old Evans Road. The applicant has provided all the required information, and the notice has been posted as of October the 7th. There are no known opposition, and a distance survey was not required due to the operation at that location for over a year, in the past year, and staff recommends approval.
This is a renewal or change of names?
Change of ownership.
Move to consent.
Second.
Motion carries. Next item, sir.
All right, the next item is an alcohol beverage license for Jack's Good Eats LLC doing business at the New York Butcher Shop. The applicant has applied for an alcohol beverage license to sell beer and wine for off-premise consumption, 4446 Washington Road, Suite 18. The applicant has provided all the required information, and the property has been posted as October the 7th. There's no known opposition, and staff recommends approval.
Is it 4446 or 4666?
4446.
Well, their application says.
If you look, Ms. Hall corrected that. She's got her signature beside it. She did verify the correct address is 44.
I'm trying to pick.
Over here in that strip.
By
area
Walmart.
Across from Walmart, next to where the Sonic is, where the old Twisted Burrito used to be,
Got it.
in that area.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Move to consent.
Second.
Motion carries. Next item, sir.
All right, next item is an alcohol beverage license for Formosa Asian Restaurant LLC doing business as Formosa 2. Applicant has applied to sell beer, wine, and from off-premise consumption from 3830 Washington Road, Suite 36. The applicant has provided all the required information, and the notice was posted as of October the 20th. No known opposition, and since they've been operating there for the past year, no surveys required, and staff recommends approval.
Formosa's in the.
Oh, they're
used
near
to be
Kmart.
Mart.
Area.
So there's a renewal, change of name.
Is that one the change of ownership or change of ownership?
That-
Second.
Motion carries. Next item, sir. That's the last one.
Yep.
Moving on to planning services.
All right, I got a couple of easement encroachment agreements for your consideration. The first one up is 1460 Nob Hill Circle. It's in the Nob Hill Farm subdivision. The owner's requesting an easement encroachment agreement with the county to construct a concrete retaining wall within the 5-foot drainage and utility easement. That is on the southern property line. There are no current underground utilities located within the easement. So staff's recommending approval.
Move to consent.
Second.
Motion carries. Next item, sir.
All right, also an easement encroachment agreement for 505 Split Pine Trail, which is in Pine Bluff subdivision. Similar situation, there's a 5-foot drainage and utility easement that they'd like to construct a concrete retaining wall. It's approximately a couple feet, 3 feet in height. That is along their eastern property line, located between the subject property and 507 Split Pine Trail. There's no current utilities within the easement. Staff is recommending approval.
They have not started construction on this.
I believe this one they've dug out the footing, but not yet poured.
I was just concerned if there was already work being done and dug before.
No, I don't believe this one they've actually started the construction on. Either one of them they have not started.
Okay.
Second.
All right, motion carries. Thank you, sir. Any legal matters? No legal matters, we'll move into the first reports.
All right, for your information, with no further action required, is the October Planning Department Workload Measurement Monthly Report. Questions you might have?
Any questions?
No, sir.
Yeah, move on to the next report, sir.
Also included for information with no action required is the September 22 Plan Review Workload Monthly Measurement Monthly Report. I'll answer any questions you might have about that.
Any questions? Yeah. All right, next report, Development Services.
All right, the first one I have is October 2021, 2022 Development Services Monthly Report, and a copy of that report is attached for your information. No further action is required.
Questions? Okay, move on, sir.
And the next one I have is the October 2022 Development Service Financial Report, and a copy of that report is attached for your information. No further action is required.
All right, thank you. Move on, sir.
All right, the last one is the temporary alcohol permits issues. A copy of that is attached for your information. No action is required.
Questions?
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Any comments from commissioners or public? No executive session. Call the meeting adjourned at 8:55. Thank you.